first off, it's not to get hit. You can see that he can punch. It's to combat his speed, with my agility. Make sure I'm as quick moving my head or moving my feet, so I don't get hit. And then equally throw my punches as quick as he can throw his in return. I mean, growing up, I was a good amateur. I fought for my country a number of times in loads of different countries. And it was a matter of not getting hit and hitting them, and that's exactly. I'll use my good amateur grounding to good effect on Saturday.
You are the guy who Martinez fought, and that guy knocked Martinez down twice in his fight. So does that give you confidence going into this?
I sparred with Richard Williams, who fought Martinez, and he had high regards of me, and he spoke well of me, and he gives me a real chance. And yeah, I know it's nice to have been in there with someone who shared the ring with Martinez, and he's given me a bit of advice, so I'll take it all on board.
What about being in a fight of this magnitude, being in an event like this? I mean, are there any, jitters or any nerves having to be?
No, it's more excitement, because I owe it to myself for what I've been through in my life and all the hard work I've put into boxing. I owe it to myself. So it's a matter of all of this, all the training I've done for 14 weeks, all speaking to you guys, all the photographs I've been, taken, and all the press conference. I'm trying to enjoy every minute of it, because come 1st of October, I'll be world champion. I'll be looking back at these moments, thinking to myself, that was fantastic. What a great build-up. Yeah, I think he's more concentrating on his pound-for-pound status, I think, and he's overlooking me quite a bit. But I know he's a professional guy, and he won't be trying to look past me too much, but subconsciously I think he is slightly. I'm 23 and I haven't really been pushed yet as a pro. Against some good opponents, really. I think they've been a bit negative, some of the press, towards the people I've fought, and they're good fighters. But regardless of that, I've beat them with ease, and my amateur pedigree as well. I fought all across the world against some good fighters, and that puts me in good stead for this fight. And I understand people not knowing who I am. Every time my name's mentioned, it's Darren Barker. Who's Darren Barker? It's my name and then a question mark. But come Saturday, it'll be Darren Barker with an exclamation mark. People will be saying, "Wow, Darren Barker."
How do you beat Martinez? He's again, just a very awkward guy, has a very good chin. I mean, what do you have to do to be able to beat a guy like?
It's just like I said earlier, it's just being able to match him or better him for his hand speed. The thing with Martinez, he moves well. He's got very good agility. Like you said, he's awkward. So it's being able to nullify that and take that awkwardness away from him. Being able to match him with hand speed, my footwork, my being elusive. I think counter-punching has a massive part to play in this fight. I've watched some of his last opponents fighting him, and they just walk up in the air with their chin up in the air, and they've been there to get caught. And I won't be doing that on Saturday. It's a matter of being smart and, like I say, nullifying Martinez's strengths.
You're a little taller than Martinez, right?
Yeah.
Will you fight tall, as they say, or do you?
I think a lot of people who fight me tend to think I stand up tall, but I think it's quite deceiving. I've got good head movement. I slip shots well, and that play a big part on Saturday night. It's a matter of getting my head moving and getting my feet moving and make sure I'm not there to get hit. Like the likes of Paul Williams and Sergio Martinez done. Martinez just stood there, took punches, and you can't do that against a guy like Martinez. You've got to move your head and move your feet. A little bit. I just like mixing it up. If things aren't going your way, then just change it up a little bit. Get your opponent thinking. Probably the same as Martinez does. He likes to drop his hands, get you thinking, and draw your opponent in. I think that's what he likes to do, and as you see, it worked really well against Williams. He had his hands down, he drew Williams in, caught him, and that was game over. So that's another thing why I believe I'm going to be so dangerous in this fight, is because of my boxing brain. I have a fantastic boxing brain. I like playing chess. I like the strategic side of boxing. I like sussing out my opponent and making them fall short and making them miss. And my boxing brain will play a big part in this fight. You look at the likes of Kazagi too. Was it 41 fights or something around that? That many fights to do the training for them 12-round fights and world title fights. You just have to respect the guy to go through that. The dedication, exactly. And I respect all fighters. Anyone at any walk of life who's boxed, who steps in them through them ropes, deserves respect. Because, like I say, it's a lonely sport, and mentally it's very demanding. So I respect all fighters, but Calzaghe was someone I did look up to, and you know, I'm friends with Joe now, and he always offers me good advice. And I know it's cliche and everyone says it, but it's what you call a dream come true. You know, I've been doing this, like I said before, 17 years now, and everyone knows how hard boxing is. There's been a lot of blood, sweat and tears, and to win Saturday would really put the icing on the cake. And then, you know, that would be the start of the next chapter, you know, because it wouldn't end there. I'd push on from there and try and push myself up the pound-for-pound rankings.
That's Saturday, October 1st, Atlantic City Boardwalk Hall, and it'll be broadcast live on HBO World Championship Boxing.